Evolution. Moment take form.
Turn to my advantage.
Flow. Together we fight. Let it end. Forgive me. The fruit of evolution. Hands off my friends.
still clings to our hands in the storms are tides of blood and sand. Your soul stitches our land. So
I shall lead the way. The fruit of evolution.
Light coming up. Resistance is futile. Turn to my advantage.
Heavenly days. Banish all vice. The sky beckons. Evil be cleansed.
Joint operation.
Photosynthesis. Together we fight. Take sacred life.
I'm not to mourn, but to sing your song.
Fruit of evolution.
Turn to my
Strike as one. Thus it ends.
joint operation. Hear the thunder.
Listen up. Negligence on my part. Together we fight. Oh, stars, heed my calling. Take forth sacred life. Wow, such a rare species. stars that I can see. Take form. Soar against the winds.
Priestess Yuna. Thank you. You and all of us. Done well.
I will not let you fall. This is pure torture. How can I let it end like this again? While the moon cycles, I remain the anchor.
Nightingale singing that familiar tune, praising the undeniable truth. Suddenly stops, even with all its breath. The start of scar from the heart of thunder. How strange, how bizarre, echoes of chaos sound different this time.
Again, as always. But why would I just stand by and watch you, accept you, complete you? No. Even if the end is here, unavoidable, I still have the right to refuse. The Lunaran vow has grown strong. From now on, I need no one's guidance. Because wherever I choose to aim is my true destiny. I shall bear witness. Look closely. Before you isn't a moon the dark tide can devour. It is a moon I command. Future. I made myself the arrow. You will answer to me. No escape, no retreat, no way out. Face me. Wayne. Ha! On you go. Causality,
stars flow.
I told you, I'd rewrite the ending. You
On
changed.
the scale, the scars sometimes ring.
Yes. We've come out of the chaos between life and death, between existence and non-existence. There aren't any guiding traces, no visions of fate's hand. It's just you and me and our own grasp on what's to come. Compared to before, now what we see is... Yes, stretching as far as the eye can see, an infinite void. More vast than what I saw within you, or anything I glimpsed in the future. So this is what our changed ending looks like. No longer an indeterminate chaos, or a singular answer given by someone, but an infinite sea of possibility awaiting choice. It seems there's nothing, but in truth, there's everything. So this is the true meaning of a void. Now, it's time to leave this place.
Wait. Why is it only me? Where's Yuno? The way into chaos is closed. Lilybet's not here either. Did the Inkering fail? Or is it not over yet? But Yuno and I made it to the very end. Does this mean this is the new ending I created?
And you, unwritten one? Were I to indulge in a bit of selfishness, you'd forgive me, wouldn't you? If one day this bracelet becomes meaningless to anyone else, I hope you will remain the exception, unwritten one. Even I fear being forgotten. A death that shouldn't have happened, traded for an unforetold victory. A fair deal. But perhaps in that distant future, forgetting might prove far easier than remembering. Never mind. In any case, you are not to return it. I won't let go. I don't want to let go. But be careful. Don't get lost in the chaos. And I shall put my best foot forward as well. We shall meet at the very end.
I don't see Lilybet anywhere. I'll ask those priestesses over there.
Don't you think it's odd? Even if we can't see the next part of Septimon's auguries, it still shouldn't be such a white blank.
Grandmother Lilibet also said that for the first time, some of her records in Septimon's auguries were rewritten. Yes, it's like there's a whole new part to the story. Huh? Wait, aren't you the one they call the Unwritten One?
This is our first time meeting you in person. She returned not long ago, but she was here just now. Oh, I think I know where she went. Underground. I don't know why, but things just keep happening today. Apparently, that Ovidius, locked up below, overheard the priestesses talking about some prophecy and escaped. Just like that. I think Lilibet must have gone to handle the situation.
No, that's not it. Ovidius wasn't being locked up. He chose to stay here. If he wanted to leave, Lilibet wouldn't worry about him. I think she was called away to the celebration. Ah, yes. I saw a girl with 2 blue, or was it black, ponytails. Grandmother Lilibet went to the celebration with her.
Ah, that makes sense. It must have started by now then. Before the oration ends, Lilibet would...
Do you know who Yuno is?
Yuno? I don't think I've heard that name before. Do you mean that's the girl we're talking about? Apologies, I didn't have a good look at her.
We've only just become priestesses. There is much we still don't know about this land. If it's important, perhaps you might try looking for her at the celebration. I think it's odd.
Grandmother, the fruit of evolution. Roll for me.
That girl with the lips. Is she a new priestess?
Step right up, folks. Step right up, folks. Best refreshments you can get at the ceremony. We've got Arctic brews of meltwater or mulled wine made with molten infernos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on over, toast! Let's drink till we drop.
We should just live in the moment and enjoy what we have now.
That's more like it.
Come, triumphant rain of petals, huh? Make it even grander.
Didn't you tell me we would meet at the very end? Then why can't I find you?
I could hear your voice from a distance. You know! Wasn't that it? Seems like you're in an awful hurry to find someone. I thought you'd like this, us slipping back into our old familiar rhythm. Now you know I'm still me, and yes, I really am back. It's just like you saw at the end of the chaos. 3 years ago, at the end of the spring basin swallowed by the dark tide, I, as a priestess, made my choice. I was so done with just being dragged along by the moon's whims. So I defied fate, severed the path, and became the arrow that struck at destiny itself. After that, I lost the ability to see clear visions of the future. But in return, I gained the power to anchor the Dark Tide's creations. With that, the last prophecy I saw changed slightly. In a squad doomed to fall, one survived. Aurelius. If I can do it once, then I can do it a second time, then a third. Perhaps one day I can overturn more destined futures. Since fate didn't prepare a hero of heroes, we decided to eliminate the need for one by taking on the disaster at its source, the Sovereign and the Paradise. This is the plan Augusta and I made, though I did hide the teeny tiny cost. Anyway, all the Septimontians who were supposed to die are still alive. The end I once foresaw has changed. The meaning of this has already transcended my own existence. So then, even if every trace of my existence was erased, who can say that the altered fate I left behind isn't proof of my existence? More importantly, I had the privilege of standing by your side to witness what lies beyond the end. The void. An unwritten void. Perhaps it signifies the unimaginable possibilities yet to come. Just like you, bringing unknown possibilities to Septimont. And to me. Why? Sacrificing myself? Or just trying something I'm not sure about? Come now, you know me. I follow my whims. And the more I trust someone, the harder it is to keep my impulses in check. I'm not one to make promises I can't keep. But I'll promise you this. If there is a next time, you'll be the first to know. And when I do, you'll get the full story, no holding back. I've run into a few friends since being back. Not one of them recognized me. Guess the memory of the you-know they once knew is just the price we had to pay. But at least, you still remember me. You pulled me from the chaos and brought me back to existence. That's enough. Oh, I'm certain Augusta and I, along with the rest of them, will be thick as thieves again, this time creating new features. You really shouldn't underestimate my charm. Oh, yes, and this bracelet. This is the second time I've given this to you. Never mind the first time, but I wouldn't refuse a second time if I were you. Being the second time means there's been a change. Now it's a testament to our secret little interaction. I've anchored the world, and you've anchored me. As for any matter pertaining to me, what you saw in the chaos and what transpired, do not breathe a word of it to another soul. Understand? You think so too? Okay, good. I'm most relieved. Well, then again, this is a perfect opportunity to start anew.
Voice echo through my mind. Let me through the chaos. Finally, you're here with me.
In Septimont, it would be a crime to miss the height of the celebration. After fighting side by side, we share honey and wine under a rain of petals, drinking to our heart's content. Surely you've heard of this little tradition of ours, haven't you, unwritten one? Come on, let's go, together, to be drenched in those rose petals that smell of glory and triumph.
If you doubt it's a dream, let my pulse speak for me.
May I pray for anything specific for you? It would be my honor.
I see my way clear.
Let me be there for everyone.
Be swift. All paths converge.
photosynthesis. Hands off my friends. Take 4.
Turn to light.
Hat strike as 1. Fluorescent shadows. Sacred light. Leave it to me. The fruit of evolution.
Feel maximum voltage.
Take 4. A different approach. I shall lead the way.
Joint operation. Hear the thunder.
Take 4. Blow.
Shock and
Together we fight. Heaven ordained. Banish all vice. Ad Astra at
Hey, Anefa. Sorry to keep you waiting.
That is perfectly all right. My data indicates clear skies in the coming days. Current conditions for maritime travel, optimal. I'll be ready whenever you are.
But are we really gonna set off without telling anyone again? Funny you mention it. You'll never guess who Paimon saw on the way over.
Hey! You didn't seriously think we'd let you leave without a farewell party, did you? No chance.
Yeah, come on, Traveler. We've already made all the preparations. And most importantly, how dare you try and slip away without first paying your respects to the almighty Dragon Lord!
A little bird told us you'd soon be leaving for Nodcry. So, we asked Paimon to give us a heads up before the date of your departure.
You sure it's not time to think about changing that little habit of ours?
Don't worry, we won't keep you long. Besides, everyone's there already. Chaska, Ian-san, Auroron, even the Pyro Archon herself.
You're invited too, Anefa. Shilonen has a special gift for you.
Accompaniment request accepted. Shilonen demonstrates excellent massage technique. My impression of her is exceedingly positive.
Wait, so robots like massages too?
Alright, enough with the chit-chat. Let's head to the venue.
Woohoo! Party time!
Spit it out then.
They've set off.
Just as my calculations projected. About time I met this variable in person.
You know, every time we head to a new nation, there's always a point where it suddenly dawns on Paimon. This is it. The next chapter of our adventure has begun. This time, it was the moment she realized she just polished off the very last of her Saurus crackers. Should have stocked up better at the farewell party.
In other words, Paimon has marked the geographic coordinates from 2 minutes and 40 seconds ago as the boundary between Natlan and Notcry. This deviates somewhat from the official coordinates stored in my database.
Paimon meant more in terms of how it felt on a psychological level. Anyway, what about you, Traveler? When did it really sink in for you? Huh, that actually kind of makes sense. What about you, Anefa? Come to think of it, maybe we should be asking the other way around. So, when you came over to Natlan, what was the moment you felt like you'd left Nodcry?
In that case, probably when my sensors could no longer detect the moon's power.
The moon? You mean, that one we can all see in the sky?
Negative. I was referring to... Huh? Here we are. Paimon, traveler, we have arrived in Notcry.
Oh, wow!
Paimon, traveler, welcome to Notcry.
That must be Nasha Town up ahead! That's the place you were telling us about on the way over, right?
That is correct, Paimon. It is also the most bustling commercial hub in all of Notcry.
Oh! Sounds like the perfect place to start trying out all the local specialties! Huh? Is something up, traveler?
Paimon, this is where our spaceship landed when Ether and I first arrived in Tevat.
Huh? Are you sure? But how come you've never mentioned that before? Seems pretty important to Paimon.
Well, because those memories are really hazy. All I remember is Ether waking me up and us leaving the ship. But just now, setting foot on this land, I felt something. The kind of power I sensed in those moments.
Are you referring to Kuvaki?
Kuva, what now?
The locals refer to it as Kuvaki. It is a unique elemental force found only in Notcry, or rather, a pure, primordial form of elemental energy. That is correct. Another similar concept I have found in my database is the primordial sea. Legend has it that long, long ago, the moon that shines in the sky above us once rose from the land of Notcry. Modern geological surveys and meteorite studies conducted in the region have since supported this claim.
So, when you mentioned being able to detect the moon's power earlier, you were referring to Kuvaki? Wait, Traveler, you're saying we might actually find your spaceship here? Do you still remember where it landed?
Notcry is surrounded by the ocean. In other words, it could have been anywhere along its coastline. Negative. Description still lacks sufficient detail to pinpoint target location.
Hey, it's okay if you can't remember everything right away. After all, it's been a really long time. Let's just do what we've always done and keep searching as we explore. Besides, what have you got to fear with your sidekick Paimon still here?
I'd be more than happy to help you out as well.
Our pleasure. Anyway, just knowing that your spaceship's here in Notcry surely counts as a big step forward, huh?
Like we've crossed another boundary?
Paimon couldn't have put it better herself. You sure are a quick learner, Inefa. Well, Notcry? It just occurred to Paimon, if we were looking to put out a missing spaceship commission, or to learn more about Notcry, wouldn't it make sense to drop by the Adventurers Guild?
The guild is located in Nasha Town. Simply follow this road and you'll reach it.
Huh? What in Tevat is that? Looks kinda like a Sealy, floating around in the air like that.
That is a Kuhanki, a species unique to the land of Notcry.
A Kuhenki? Does she have something to do with the moon, too?
Indeed it does.
The moon goddess? Don't all people here worship the Tsaritsa?
Although Nodcry lies on Snezhnaya's border regions, the people here have held their own unique beliefs since time immemorial. As I mentioned, everything in this land shares a deep connection with the moon and the sky above. The beliefs of the Frostmoon Scions seem to date back to the civilization of the angels. According to the documents in my database, even the 7 Archons did not exist at that time.
Wow! So the origin of their beliefs goes back even further than the Archon War?
Correct. At some point, you may come across some statues of their goddess. The Frostmoon Scions carved these as well.
Hey! Looks like she's floating away!
I suggest you follow her. The probability of an ordinary person encountering a Kuhenki lies in the single digits. Many here consider them heralds of good fortune.
Is this a travel guide? Huh. It actually led us to something useful.
Are there any particular points of it?
It all looks pretty interesting to...
Recalibrating route. If we keep following the current path, we will arrive at an area of scenic beauty.
Yikes! Why is Paimon suddenly getting the feeling that if she doesn't step it up soon, Ineva's gonna put her out of a job? Town actually looks pretty big from here. Feels a bit different than Paimon imagined, though.
Which aspects in particular deviate?
Well, Paimon keeps hearing people describe Nodcry.
According to legend, there was indeed tales of those ancient heroes are still. This individual performed many good deeds for Nodcry. The present-day Lightkeeper's nightly lantern patrols are, in part,
What happened?
there came a devastating abyssal calamity that swept across Nodcry, and for a time it was left desolate. Heartbroken by what had become of the land they had so cherished, that Fae extinguished their light, just as the abyss had extinguished all hope. Nowadays, the paradise people speak of is more of an aspiration, or an irony, perhaps.
An irony?
Today, no official authority. The Adventurers Guild.
Hey, what's that building over there?
That is Aino's Blast Kuvak. But according to the scan I just ran, the energy cannon.
The Wild Hunt? Isn't that...
It is a phenomenon that has been. If you don't start behaving, kid, some night, the Wild Hunt's gonna come for you. Listen, do you hear that? That weeping in the fog? Those are the
You're saying people actually hear things like that?
I have not witnessed enough Wild Hunt attacks, but the oldest legends. Absolutely. Anyway, according to my schedule, it is time I took you over to the flagship.
Oh, sure. After all, we shouldn't keep Barca waiting. You're right about that.
Take it easy. Things are about to get dicey.
Here we are, the flagship.
Varka told us to meet him here in his letter, right? Let's see. Varka? Varka!
No matches, I identified.
Huh. So he isn't here after all. Oh, guess we never did actually say we'd be arriving today. Hey, why don't we go ask the owner? If what they say is...
Well, well. If it isn't the ineffable Ineffa.
Hello there, Demian.
You know each other?
Of course! Ineffa's a regular here at the flagship.
So, robots are into booze too?
Not at all. The energy conversion efficiency of alcoholic drinks is very low, and most of them are full of impurities. Still, I can affirm that your berries and fried meat deserve a solid 9.12 out of 10. It has...
Funny that you should mention that. While you were away in Natland, Varka would come in here every day to pick up a serving of berries and fried meat for Aino.
Aww. He must have been worried sick that she wasn't eating properly on account of being so hung up about Ineffa being gone.
Actually it's 'cause Varka found out that Aino went wild after Ineffa left, gorging herself on snacks she normally couldn't get her hands on. So it was more worry that she wasn't getting a balanced diet. I think I might have just put my foot in it. Anyway, since you're back from Natland, these two must be the ones Varka mentioned. The Traveler and Paimon, yes?
Yep, that's us. So, from the sounds of it, you must be a close friend of Varka's too.
Varka? Goes without saying. After all, he's the only one around here who's ever managed to stay standing after 10 rounds of the roulette special.
Paimon can't believe he's made such a name for himself.
Right now?
Huh? Where's that?
It's a lake in the northern part of Nodcry. Word reached him of trouble brewing around those parts, so he took his knights to check it out.
Oh. So, we missed him?
Varka knew you'd say that. So he specifically told me to make sure you stayed here and enjoyed yourselves. He sends his assurances that everything's under control.
Well, if he's that confident, guess our only option is to accept. Anyway, it's not like there's any special cause for concern. He is the Grand Master, after all.
Exactly. Plus, not only has he booked you into our finest room, he's paid for it in advance, too.
Whoa! It's so generous of him! We might not have met yet, but Paimon's got a feeling that we'll get along with Varka like a house on fire.
Oh, and by the way, he also asked me to serve up a portion of berries and fried meat for Ineffa. That was prepaid as well.
Thank you.
No, thank you. I'm the one who should be grateful for your business.
Traveler, Paimon, why don't you go ahead and drop off your luggage? I can use this time to go pick up some components that Aino asked me to bring back.
Sure thing. Besides, now that we've got ourselves a map, once we're done unpacking, we might as well go for a stroll ourselves. Why don't we meet up again later?
Oh. So you no longer require navigational assistance?
No worries, we should be fine. We've got a rough idea of our way around town, so Paimon's reasonably confident we shouldn't get too lost.
Thank you. This translates into an approximate time saving of 30%, meaning I will be able to see Aino about 45 minutes earlier than previously projected.
Oh, right. You must miss her a lot, too. In that case, we better get a move on.
Take it easy.
Feels pretty nice having someone sort out our food and lodging for us, huh? But is this really the flagship's best room? It's pretty big, make no mistake, but it looks a little worn out, right? You mean it's got something to do with Nodcry's history? Oh, that makes sense. But what exactly was this calamity? Oh, should we try the berries and fried meat too? Paimon's getting hungrier and hungrier every time someone mentions it. Oh, sorry about that. Paimon wasn't watching where she was going.
Please, there's no need to apologize. If anything, I'm the one who should be sorry. Clearly, I shouldn't have gotten lost in my thoughts in the middle of a hallway.
Wait a sec. Are you staying in the room next to ours?
Ah, quite the perceptive one, I see. First things first, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kirill Chudamirovich Flintz, but please, just call me Flintz.
Whoa, that's an impressively long name for sure.
Ah, is that so? Names like mine ought to have been fairly common in Snezhnaya, at least in the past.
Yep, you sure would be. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We've been to a bunch of nations already, but we only just arrived in Nodcry today.
What a rare honor it is to meet such worldly travelers.
Are you here for travel too?
If only I had the time to spare. No, I'm just staying the night.
Oh, so you're here for business?
That's certainly one way to put it. I'm a Ratnik of Nodcry, normally stationed near the burial grounds to the north. My sole cause for being here today was to repair this lantern of mine.
Burial grounds?
Your surprise is entirely understandable. Most people cannot even begin to fathom the idea of a life surrounded by tombstones and decay. But if you've heard of the calamitous abomination that is the Wild Hunt, you'll know that in their wake they bring a host of souls tainted by abyssal filth. That then is why we are stationed by the burial grounds, to hold the line where it is most vulnerable.
Oh, so it's all about fighting against the abyss. Oh, sounds like a tough job.
I thank you for your concern. But in truth, I've long since grown used to it. In fact, I like to think it rather suits me. If anything, I'd say I prefer the peace and quiet of a graveyard to the hustle and bustle of urban life.
Paimon sort of gets it now. But even so, she is still pretty sure she could never get used to living in a graveyard herself. For one thing, she'd be too scared to fall asleep at night.
Oh, I assure you, there's no need to worry on that account. The kind of ghosts you find in cemeteries aren't too big on talking. But even when they do, they're usually far more discreet than the living. Well, would you look at that? Who'd have thought we'd end up chatting this long? Must have a lot in common, huh? Forgive me, but I must excuse myself, for the time of my appointment draws near. And in terms I'm sure you'll understand, a lanternless Ratnik is like a mapless traveler. A serious conundrum indeed.
Oh, sure. In that case, you go right ahead. We won't keep you any longer.
Not at all. Should the opportunity present itself, I'd gladly continue our conversation another time. You're always welcome to come visit my grave. The grave I stand watch over. Your visit would bring much-needed light to that place of final rest.
Right. Well, if we get the chance.
Then allow me to wish you a traditional Ratnik's farewell. See you by the graveside.
Ugh. Jeez. What a weirdo. Not to badmouth him at all. In fact, he seemed pretty cultured, but at the same time, kinda spooky? Must be all that time he spent around graveyards. His lantern? No, not really. You mean, 'cause it was broken? Huh. Guess you've always had a nose for stuff like this. If you're worried, you can always ask him the next time we cross paths. Hey, don't you start spouting all that weird stuff too.
It's so noisy here. Back in my day, we...
Or some information? Either way, I'd be happy to oblige. Hey there.
Here's the thing. You can't live life.
Paimon almost forgot something super important. Were we gonna go try out the berries and fried meat? But now, heading all the way back to the flagship feels like such a waste.
Please, accept today's boon. Come night or day, may the blessings of the moon goddess shine down upon you.
Huh? What's going on over there? Wait, free food? Wow, the people here are so nice! Quick, let's grab some too. Paimon's super curious what their food tastes like.
Moonlight illuminates the path before you, travelers from afar.
Huh? How'd you know we were travelers?
Just now were a song the birds in the sky, singing of your wanderings. You are no ordinary guests, it seems.
The birds and the... what now?
Forgive me. I should not have laid the words of others out as a welcome mat for our very first meeting. You, too, must be wondering who I am. I am Lauma, moon chanter of the Frost Moon Scions. Please, as do our followers and other passers-by, accept today's boon.
Happy to oblige. Paimon's name is Paimon, and this here is the traveler. Thanks so much for sharing your yummy food with us. We'll take one each.
Think nothing of it. These fruits were the finest we found, delicacies gathered in the wake of the morning dew. It is my hope that partaking of them may lift your spirits to heights anew.
The finest you found? Wow! That sure is kind of you, but wouldn't you want to keep those for yourselves?
The first fruit of the harvest must be placed upon the moonlight altar, not as an offering to the gods, but as a spark for lost hunters. For it is the blade of the starving that darkness most easily corrupts. As perhaps you have already heard, we Frost Moon Scions revere and worship the moon goddess. We believe that together, virtue and compassion are the shining light that will lead us all out of the long, dark night. And now, with tides of haughty Fatui swarming into Nodcry, driven by greed and greed alone, more than ever before, we must all unite under the banner of virtue.
Huh, look who it is again. Those unsufferably kind-hearted Frost Moon Scions. Got enough for us too?
That's right! 2 servings each! We're starving over here!
Fatui! After what you've been doing to our sacred statues, how dare you even show your faces?
Wilhelmina, bestow today's boon upon our guests.
You hear that? No slacking now. We'll have the very best you got.
But, my lady, they...
Please, you two, accept this meal. But remember this. Kindness is the first lantern left to guide those who stumble in ignorance.
Come again?
Let me finish. But should they still refuse to follow the moonlit path, then by our frosted blades shall we show them its shadow.
You!
Hey, look who it is.
Whatever. Just you wait. We'll be coming for you next. Huh? Where's the meat? Who wants to eat this garbage?
Those stooges really are the worst.
Ever since they came to Nodcry with all their weird equipment and built that so-called experimental design bureau, our lives have been turned completely upside down.
Judging from how they reacted just now, it seems the Fatui already know who you are.
Well, we have gotten in their way in pretty much every nation we visited, so we're probably at the top of their blacklist by now.
I see. Then, on behalf of the Frost Moon Scions, I thank you for the goodwill you have shown us. Because if they had gotten ahead of themselves just now, I'm sure you would have stepped in to help. Just as the birds and beasts put it, your arrival heralds joy to us all. Besides, for a weary traveler far from home, what better respite than to bathe in the moonlight? You will always be welcome at the Frost Moon Enclave. May we meet again in the moon's gentle glow.
These are delicious! So refreshingly fresh! Those two Fatui wouldn't know a good thing if it came up and bit them on the shoulder. Looks like Inefa isn't done with her shopping yet, and the Adventurers Guild is still empty. Where should we head next? Good idea! Wouldn't want to let the Kuhenki down, after all. Let's see... Okay, Paimon's got our route all figured out. So, all that's left to say is... don't fall behind! This is Nuts and Nuts. It's mostly a fruit shop, but there's a crafting bench, too. This is the Speranza, one of the travel guide's recommended restaurants. All the waiters here are kids. This is the Vesnici Prolegia greenhouse. Apparently, their flowers are all made of metal, so they'll never wilt away. And this is the Rossum Workshop. If you ever need a weapon made, this is the place to go. And over here, they've got a super tall observation deck. Whoa! Take a look at that! You can see really far out into the distance. That way's north, and that looks like something built by the Fatui? And then over there to the west, that must be the place Lauma mentioned, where the Frost Moon Scions live. So, what'd you think? Even if Inefa kinda stole her limelight earlier, this just goes to prove that Paimon's own tour guiding skills aren't too shabby either, right? Hey, come on! Would it kill you to compliment Paimon? Huh? Look! There must be someone at the Adventurers Guild now. There's already a line forming outside. Looks like we'll finally be able to ask about your spaceship. Oh, where? Which one are you... Oh. Now you mention it, Paimon's noticed it too. Ugh. Better not be who she thinks it is. Anyway, where we go first is completely up to you. Either the Adventurers Guild, or that suspicious-looking shop. A word of warning, though. If we step into that shop, be sure to keep a very close eye on your Mora.
How ridiculous. Huh? They often say that mortals, shackled by their own flesh and blood, may fail to perceive the truth of this world, even when it is right beneath their very noses. Yet I had not expected to have the pleasure to witness such heights of absurdity firsthand.
But Paimon must have gotten the wrong person? At second glance, you do seem a bit younger than Catherine, and you certainly sound a lot less friendly.
A creator might forgive ignorance, but being mistaken for one of my own creations is beyond all pardon. Look very closely, for standing before you is none other than Marionette, 7th of the Fatui Harbingers.
A harbinger?
Today's encounter is merely a courtesy call. A friendly warning, if you will. You interfered with my work once before, with that little robot. I let it slide. After all, it was nothing more than a distraction, a side project at best. But we are in Nod Cry now, and as such, I strongly advise you not to stand in the Fatui's way. Otherwise, the next time we meet, I might just have to drop all this meaningless etiquette.
Oh, please. You've got some nerve coming out with barely veiled threats like that. You're the one stirring things up here.
Oh, perhaps you have misunderstood. Just because Nod Cry lacks a ruler at present, that does not mean it should not be ruled. We Fatui are simply establishing a new order.
Yeah, right. More like shady experiments, judging by your massive, creepy research facility.
I've said what I came to say. What you do next, only you can decide. So why don't you start by using your already limited processing capacity to calculate your even more limited options? And, being the refined young lady that I am, I shall indulge you just this once. Ad Astra Abyssosque. Welcome to Nod Cry, Dominion of the Fatui.
Ugh! Paimon's so mad right now! How can anyone so obviously evil be so annoyingly self-righteous? But if a Fatui Harbinger is here to greet us in person, that can only mean one thing. We'll have to be extra careful from here on out. Hey! The real Catherine's back!
Ad Astra Abyssosque. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. How may I help? I will do everything I can to assist you.
Oh, you're so much nicer to talk to, Catherine. Please don't leave us again, okay?
Ad Astra. I am sorry, but you have not yet completed enough commissions. Ad Astra.
Once they called everything over to Snapnaya, I get a little picture myself.
Please, here you go. And if you ever need anything else, don't forget to make the great Lord Sangama Bay your first port of call. Oh dear. So it is the real deal. Of course it's the real deal. Everything you'll find here is 110% real, meaning every one of my deals is as real as a deal can... Wait a minute. Well, if it isn't my two most valued clients! And with no small thanks to your munificent patronage. Come. How could you just sneak into Not Cry like this without telling your dear Lord Sangama Bay? If I'd known earlier. Thank the Archons we didn't tell you. Oh, come now. You know as well as anyone how impeccably and conscientiously